lot of you feel helpless, feel like there's nothing you can do. You hate waiting. You're wondering where the evidence is, quote unquote. Where is the proof? Where are the court rulings? Remember, there are two things going on here. There are two things that are going on. There is the legal battles and the political battles. And the legal battles take more time than the political battles. The political battles are instant. They are ever changing. There's momentum swings. There is speculation. There is anecdotal evidence, and all of this plays and all of this matters. And we're seeing this play out, and the calling and the action items that we've taken, the support, it has made a difference. We are starting to win this political battle. And you can see it by how the media is starting to address, hint at, discuss, mention the possibilities that there are issues at play. Before, it was just the propaganda machine. It was just a heavy hand on us, and it was a burden, and it was trying to discourage us, and it was trying to make us stop fighting. But now we've survived that phase of the battle, and now we're seeing them starting to admit not everything is right. Not everything is kosher, and some things could be changing. And they're doing this not because they're having an epiphany, but the more likely it is for Donald Trump to rightfully win re-election, the more likely that is, the farther they have to come to the center, the more they have to open up these possibilities. They have to mention it. They have to hint at it. Even if it's in the corner, it's in the back, it's passing, so that if Donald Trump does take the presidency, they can go back and say, oh, we covered it. We talked about it. If that wasn't a possibility, like it was in the beginning to them, they wouldn't have had to cover it because they would never had to go back and question this. Their integrity would have never been questioned. But now we're starting to see those hints, and we're starting to see other things as well. We'll talk about those in a second. We got a video from Eric Metaxas and Dick Morris. Dick Morris used to work for Bill Clinton, became a Republican. I think he might even be a Christian now. He is working with Trump. He believes Donald Trump won, as do I, and he has some action items for us. So if you are wanting to fight for our country, if you are wanting to fight for our children and for the country they're going to live in, and if you want to fight against the lockdowns, the reset that we talked about with Justin Trudeau, we're going to have action items for you to do. We're going to have places you can go to make a real difference. And we know it makes a difference because we've already seen the shifts happening. We haven't seen a lot of work done from the judicial side because that takes time. And there's tactical and strategic things being done there. It doesn't mean we're losing. It doesn't mean that we should be discouraged. It just means we need to have patience. The legal teams of Donald Trump are more confident than ever we're going to win. They've said that, and we need to trust them to fight those battles and for us to fight where we are able to, and that is on the political side. And those are where the action items are that we're going to talk about today. And we also have another video clip from, let's see, he's from Smartmatic, one of the software CEOs. He is he was the CEO in 2017 and responsible for the election in Venezuela, the fraudulent election in Venezuela. So this fits in with that one meme where it says it's looking like the United States is having a third world election. And then the guy's like looking awkwardly. Oh, the CIA. Anyways, it's hard to describe that meme, but you know which one I'm talking about. Welcome to How to Build a Tent. My name is Matt Williams. Thank you for listening to the show, sharing the show. Man, this show is growing every single day, and I'm so thankful for all of you. Thank you for getting the word out, encouraging others to listen so that they can be encouraged, so they can get into the fight. This is going to be another one of those shows that you want to share, that you want to put on social media, that you want to text to people, so that they too will be able to take these action items and fight as well. We're part of the Fight Laugh Feast Network. Go to flfnetwork.com, put in HTBT like you see in that mug. Partially, it's kind of tilted off to the side. You get that mug, 15-ounce mug, coffee mug for free. You get tons of other benefits, but most of all, You'll be partnering with us as we proclaim the lordship of Jesus in every area of life. And if we do not need, if it is not evident that we need the lordship of Jesus in politics, in our tech industry, and in all of our business, I don't know what more is going to take for us to admit and come to humility and asking God to forgive us and heal us as a nation. But you can help partner with us as we proclaim that message and ensure that we stay on the air, that even when we are banned, that we will have a platform built where you can still come and be encouraged and hear the perspectives that you want to hear. So go over to falphanetwork.com, put in HTBT in the memo field. And so just to remind you, so there's these two different channels that we are attacking. And for most of us, we are not the attorneys. We are not the ones gathering the evidence. We have not been involved with the voting count. And so that battle is left to the legal team. That battle is left to the people that are witnesses, the people that have evidence, the whistleblowers, where that is left to the attorneys. And I just want to say that's because there's so many people saying, show me the evidence, show us the evidence. There is a time and place for that. And when you are in a battle, when you are in a war, and you are, let's just say, in the Army, you should not be concerned with what the Navy's doing, but you need to have faith and confidence that the Navy is executing and doing their job properly. And vice versa. If you're in the Navy, you can't worry about what the Army is doing, but you have to have faith and trust that they are executing their mission faithfully and going to win. And so too with us, guys. We are looking at the legal team and the witnesses, and it's so easy. Just show us the evidence. We want results now. We want to win now. We want the victory now in the legal area. But we just got to trust them that they know what they're doing. We don't need to see the evidence. The evidence needs to be accurately documented and inserted into the court cases, into the filings, into the briefs, so that they can be and have victory in the courts. And we need to trust them that they know what they're doing and that we can focus on what is important for us. We can take the hills that we need to take. We can be responsible and do what we can do in the positions that we are in, because God did not put us as attorneys into that sphere. God did not put us as witnesses to tally these votes. Most likely, maybe you are listening to this and in that area, then you go do that. But for the majority of us, we are left fighting the political battle. It's just as important as, if not more. We lost the Vietnam War not because of our military, but because the political battles were lost at home. And that is true of an actual war, a war between countries. We lost because of the political battle we lost at home. This is just as true now in this Cold War that we're in with a part of our country, this cold civil war. It's just as true. And it's just as important for us to win this political battle. Just as we can lose a physical war from losing the political side of it, so too we can win the civil Cold War that we are in from the political perspective as well. And so that is why we're having this specific show, so that you can have action items and participate in this political Cold War, that you can have action items and you can come storm the hill with us. You can do what I've already done. And we're going to have a clip from Eric Metaxas right now to show you what that is. I'm going to pull this up right now. It's about a 1.5-minute video. It's a little longer, but it's important, and I want you guys to listen to this and hear this. This is Dick Morris and Eric Metaxas on his show.
What we're urging people to do is to call, write, and email the Republican leaders of both houses of those states. And those names and phone numbers and hard addresses and e-addresses are now all posted on my website, dickmorris.com.
Okay, we've never done this on this program. We don't do this, but we're doing it now. Ladies and gentlemen, if you hear this on your radio, if you hear this on your podcast, if you're watching this on YouTube, I am personally begging you to do this for the sake of the world, not just for this nation, because we are the bellwether nation in the world. We hold up the torch of liberty for the world. And all we are asking, think of this, is for an accurate vote count. You don't need to side with Trump. You are siding with justice and righteousness and truth. And we cannot even have an election where someone wins and half the people are wondering if it was legal. That is a sick situation. That is the undermining of democracy for every American. So I want to tell you before we go to this break very clearly, and we'll be back with Dick Morris, we're asking you to go to dickmorris.com. Folks, I'm begging you, please do this. Every one of you, go to dickmorris.com.
And why do I need to have Eric Metaxas have a video clip? Why do I need to take one of his video clips to tell you to go to dickmorris.com? I don't. I could tell you, and I'm going to tell you, dickmorris.com. The link is below. And it has a list of the states, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Michigan, and Wisconsin, where we can call these assemblymen, the legislatures, and we can demand that they do not certify the electors until their respective states audits the election results with a full recount. And there's a great little paragraph that you can say. They have emails, they have phone numbers. And now this is how you get in the fight. This is how you participate in the political sphere, in the political battle. This is how you help us maintain the foundational structures of this country, which, as you heard by Eric Metaxas, if this goes, it's over. You can't have half the country knowing there's fraud and not believing in your election process. There's no more country after this, and not anything like what we're used to seeing. And the reason I had you see this clip is not because I want to promote Eric Metaxas, not because I need you to listen to him to know where to go to website that I can't do it, but that you can see that besides me, the other people understand the importance of this. This isn't about Donald Trump. It's bigger than Donald Trump. It's about the institutions of the United States. It's about the freedom that we enjoy. It's about not being told by the enemy, not being controlled by the enemy of who is going to rule over us. That's what this all entails. And it's even bigger than our country because we are the bellwether country. We are the city on the hill. And all other cities looking to emulate the freedom that we have will be gone. Will be gone. Now, I have a video after this with Smartmatic, which is one of the election software programs that were used in our election to rig this election for Joe Biden. We're going to hear a clip from him. But before that, we need to tell you about a company, Samaritan Ministries. Let's be honest, talking about health insurance is not something anyone really likes to do. It can be confusing with lots of jargon. Plus, who really knows what it's actually going to take care of? That's why Samaritan Ministries is a healthcare option you should consider. It's not insurance. It's Christians sharing healthcare costs and encouraging one another when there's a medical need. Samaritan members know that when an illness or injury happens, fellow members have their backs. Here's how it works. There's no network restrictions. You choose your doctor, hospital, and pharmacy. Send your medical bill to Samaritan Ministries. They notify other members to send you money to help you pay your shareable bills, which in some cases could include therapeutic massage and alternative medical practices. Samaritan members send a fixed amount every month directly to another member, and the cost for one person could be as low as $75 a month. You can join Samaritan Ministries any time of year. Why not today? Learn more at SamaritanMinistries.org, SamaritanMinistries.org. All right, we got one more clip for you. This is the Smartmatic CEO Antonio Mugada, or however you say it, in 2017, estimating, guys, 1 million votes in Venezuela were altered. Check this out.
Smartmatic has provided election technology and support services in Venezuela since 2004. Even in moments of deep political conflict and division, we have been satisfied that the voting process and the count has been completely accurate. It is therefore with the deepest regret that we have to report that the turnout numbers on Sunday, 30th of July for the Constituent Assembly in Venezuela were tampered with. Based on the robustness of our system, we know without any doubt that the turnout of the recent election for a National Constituent Assembly was manipulated. It is important to highlight that similar manipulations are made in manual elections in many countries, but they go undetected because of a lack of electronic security and auditing safeguards. So what happened? Why can we stand by the results of previous Venezuelan elections, but we cannot endorse the elections held last Sunday? Our automated election system is designed to make it evident when results are manipulated. However, there must be people auditing the system and watching for that evidence. During the National Constituent Assembly elections, there were no auditors from the opposition parties, as they did not want to participate. An audit would allow everyone to know the exact participation. We estimate the difference between the actual participation and the one announced by the authorities is at least 1 million votes. It is important to point out that this would not have occurred if the auditors of all political parties have been present at every stage of the election.
There's three things that we can take from this. The first thing is that he said that requires for this software to have the validity that is needed to have a confident election is security systems in place, which for a majority of these, from professionals that are experts in elections and the systems used, said that we did not have these in the States. And right there, we need mandatory recounts and an audit. And the second thing is 1 million votes. 1 million votes were added, fraudulent. 1 million fraudulent votes. And he said that our system is designed to allow the people that are watching it to catch it. But what is required is for people to catch it. The second thing, why were Democrat observers in Democrat-controlled cities not allowing Republicans to watch and to be observers of these systems? It's so they couldn't catch the fraud. And the third thing I want you to get from this video, the third thing is he said that he's confident that if there was an audit done, they would be able to find the true numbers of the counts. And so, again, go to dickmorris.com and demand the audit, demand the recounts, and not this Georgia kind of recount where they're anti-Trump and they're like 6 feet away. No, we need observers looking at every single vote, matching them to the rolls. We need fair elections. Our democracy, our country, and our children's future lives depend on it. So go to dickmorris.com. Just get over that fear, that anxiety of talking to someone, and just ask them. You don't need to win a debate with your representatives. You don't need to win a debate with these different states' representatives. Just call them so that they hear your voice and say, I want you to look into this. And say, thank you, have a nice day. You don't have to win an argument. You don't have to respond to their debates. You just have to make your voice known. That's it. I'm not asking you to go win a debate and convince them to do something. I'm just asking you to show up and make the phone call and make the email and just be present. That is it. And that will be enough. So go over to dickmorris.com and demand that we have fair elections. We'll talk to you tomorrow. God bless.